Hey guys, what's up? I'm Human,
And this is the zombie.
and today we're going to be doing a talk show, I guess.
About the first 24 hours of the apocalypse.
Yes, this is going to be a 7-part series each day from the initial outbreak of the virus, starting from day 1, obviously, going up to the 7th day.
Alright, I'll start it off here.
We actually have 5 different points that we're going to discuss that should be part of your plans.
Alright, the first one we're going to talk about it's called call. And basically during this stage, or whatever you want to call it, this is when you're going to call all your loved one and your friends. Mostly find out if they're okay, but also you want to call people.
Them, yes.
Well, yeah, you want to call people to try to get them over to your house or a way to pick them up as soon as the outbreak has started. Now I know this isn't very good, but if these people are close, it's going to be perfectly okay. If they're like 30 minutes to an hour away, you probably should just leave them alone and then call them or try to go to their house 7 days later, because probably phone services won't work by 7 days.
Yeah, the power grid will probably be out 2nd, 3rd day.
Yeah, but alright. This is why we said this. You're probably like, well, that's a really stupid phase. Well, it's probably what you're going to do, and we're being realistic here. Maybe some people, they wouldn't, because they'd be like, oh, well, I'm going to try to survive the apocalypse like a boss.
Like, go out and kill all the zombies.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to kill them all. We're talking realistic as possible here.
Yeah. Remember, this is not you're killing zombies. This is you are surviving.
Yes. So, first point, pretty realistic. So, what's the second point?
The second point is gathering, and basically during this phase, you just completely tear up your house looking for supplies and what you can use.
Weapons, ammo, food.
Yeah. Just like yarn, string. If you have paracord, the paracord stuff with the hooks on the end, that's going to be really helpful. Anything like
And
canned foods.
I bet a lot of you have the little survival bracelets, that are made out of paracord. Those be helpful. Knives, even, a lot of people have just basic folding pocket knife. This is actually a really high quality knife. It's a buck, and buck is pretty high quality locking. So a lot of people have just regular pocket knives, but I know some people have huge knives like this K-bar. This one I actually got for a steal for $20. It was at a flea market, which is probably off the black market or something, but who cares? It's real, and it's not fake. You have the slashing capabilities, you have the reach capabilities, the stabbing, so it's pretty, and the grip is all around pretty nice. Sheath, strap it to your leg. This isn't a review of this, but any knife or anything pretty much around your house you can use to defend yourself from the undead and or the other humans,
Yeah, most of the time what ends up happening is if you make it first the past few months, depending on how long the virus is going to last, it's basically just you're dealing with humans. Like, zombies are not a problem. Like if you run into a horde of them, you're like, oh man. But all you got to do is, walk away from them, unless they're like, I am legend, which I hope to God they're not.
Yeah, if they're just like walkers like The Walking Dead, or even runners like 28 days later, then runners will be kind of a problem, but I think you'll be able to handle them a lot better, especially once you get used to them,
Yeah.
and find their strengths and weaknesses.
And that's it for the weapons part, but we'll probably have another advice giving video on weapons, what to use and what not to use.
And what you can just find around in your kitchen, your room, anything.
Yeah, even stuff you can probably make. But alright.
So back to subject. You really need to have scavenge your house for food, supplies, and get all that in a central location. So if you're hungry, you don't have to go scavenge through your house to find something.
Yeah, and appropriate foods for this would be crackers, anything in a package, fruits that are in a can.
Anything that's in a can will be
Yeah,
good.
anything that's in a can, preserve jar, like peach preservatives, stuff like that. Pretty much a lot of stuff is going to be useful. The only thing you don't want to have is like frozen French fries in a bag. Now, I'm not saying French fries. I'm not saying it because they're bad and fatty. I'm saying because eventually they'll thaw out and they'll just go to waste. Unlike the canned food, well, it's going to preserve itself for at least about a year or two.
So yeah, pretty much you just go through your house and find what you can find. And so, was this the third point? The third point is make a plan.
Make a plan. Yes.
Make a plan. If you're gonna bug out, then make a plan and stick to it and bug out. Or if you're gonna hunker down in your house, fortify and organize.
Yeah. This is really good. It's probably the most important part because even if you don't have supplies of food, you can think ahead and be like, all right, today sleep the apocalypse off, tomorrow raid the grocery store next to my house. This stage can really be helpful, and I urge you, if this ever does happen, not to overlook it and just go out and be like, oh, I want to kill some zombies. Like, that's not going to work for you, first of all. Second of all, you're going to die easy and fast. You're going to be one of the first ones down.
Yeah, I see a lot of videos on YouTube, zombie apocalypse loadouts. And all it is a guy that has like 30 long guns. I'm like, first of all, how are you going to carry that? Second of all, where's your food? Third of all, no water. It's going to be weighing 100 pounds just carrying the backpack around, which is not good.
Yeah.
So you need food, water, get a plan. If you're going to bug out, do it. And if you're going to do it with somebody, make sure they're still okay. And, yeah, so that's that. And then this is the fourth one, right?
Yeah, the fourth one is execute, which doesn't mean go out and kill zombies. It means follow through your plan. You made it. Now make sure you do it exactly to your specifications unless something has just gone terribly wrong.
Yeah, so when you make a plan, just make sure to follow through.
You say this might be stupid, but half the time people are going to be like, alright, well, I'm going to go over, I'm going to check on my neighbors. If they're not there, I'm going to immediately leave their house. Well, when you go over to your neighbor's house, you're like, oh, there's some canned foods. You go in and take those. You waste about 30 minutes searching their house. By the time you get back, someone's raided your house. There's something out of the ordinary will always happen. Like, no matter how good and fortified you think you are, something will always happen to you.
Any
Nothing
fire
you can
or
do.
anything,
Yeah. Who knows, like a dog could come in and just scavenge through your stuff, like not taking it, but just ripping it all up.
Yeah, so we're almost out of time here, so the last one is sleep.
Yeah, this one's probably one of the most important ones too. Just you've had a chaotic day, sleep it off.
Don't go a week without sleep, and then when you need your energy to either outrun a zombie, outrun humans, fight back, build something, you won't have the energy. So make sure to get plenty of rest, drink water,
Yeah. Alright guys, this was The Human and the Zombie. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you do whatever you want to on our things except post bad comments. Alright, this has been Human and the Zombie, and we are out.